very quickly this afternoon, I'd like to the construction industry. So I mean to say that yesterday being the 29th of May 2023, what actually happened in our country, they sworn in the president of our nation and their president. I owe no one apologies for that, I'm very sorry. They sworn in their president, and while the president was sworn in, he said something that to a very large extent was a statement that within a twinkle of an eye has led the country into running helter-skelter. I mean to say that the president, in person of Tinubu, actually stated that he is no longer going to probably work with the fuel subsidy. And while proclaiming that statement, in less than 3 hours or thereabouts, it will interest you to know that the fuel scarcity in the nation just went up immediately. I mean to say that in just 3 hours, we're buying fuel for some we're selling for 205 naira, some we're selling for 210 naira, some 215 naira. But in less than 3 hours, the price went up to 400 naira per liter right here in Benin City. And I saw some updates in Lagos, some persons already buying for 600 naira per liter. What does this mean to Nigerians as a citizen of this country? And at the same time, what does it mean to the construction industry? I mean to say that if we're buying fuel for 205 naira, for 210 naira, and now the fuel is now 400 naira today, and nobody knows what can happen tomorrow, then that means the price of the fuel has increased over 100% now in the construction industry. So currently we're buying cement, some persons, depending on your community or your locality, the persons are selling for 4.4, some are selling for 4.5, some are selling for 4.6. What does that mean? That means that the price of the building material will also increase in 100%. Truthfully speaking, what then do we do? So the question is, should we stop building? That's the question. Victor, should we stop building? If I am to answer this question, I would say you can't stop building. Do you know why? Because these same cabals who are the one handling this country, they've been able to capture this country to their end. So what we need to do is to find the best possible means to ensure that we squeeze our way and achieve our dreams. Why? Because, truthfully speaking, the building the structure you desire is also a dream for you. And then the cabals that are the one running the affairs of the country are as well running the affairs of the country, and they are benefiting. What am I saying this afternoon? If you want to build, then that means you have to have effective planning. If you have your site and it's already fenced and you have proper security, please start buying your materials and save them on your site. That's number one. Number two, if you have a trusted vendor, if your site is not secure to keep your materials, if you have a trusted vendor, please, when I mean a trusted vendor, I mean where you buy cement, where you buy rods, where you buy wood, they are vendors. If you have a trusted vendor that can do business with you, then you can liaise with them. Okay, fine, I want to buy 100 bags of cement and I'll be taking them in batches. Note that not all vendors understand business, as it were. Yeah, some will tell you that no, girl, if you pay the money now, come carry them. If you don't carry them now, in the next 2 weeks, if you come again, the price don't go up. We've seen scenarios like that where people actually paid for materials and maybe they left it for 1 week or 2 weeks, not to go back to go and carry their materials, and then the vendor is saying, you can no longer that price when we give you, they work again. I'm saying a trusted vendor. If you're doing business with someone and you're spending millions of naira, then that person should also have a possible means to ensure that the person keeps you as a business partner. If you have a trusted vendor, buy your materials in advance and ensure that whenever you want your materials, you can go and pick them up. Why? Because as the day goes by, we do not know and we cannot guarantee what can happen. Also, the prices for workmanship, trust me, will skyrocket as well. So there's someone who's coming to work on your site, and probably the transportation fee probably before now was 200 naira and now is now 400 naira. What happens? My candid advice to you watching me live right now and who will watch me after now is that please ensure that you do not compromise on your project. Now that the issue of this fuel subsidy will also lead to more structures collapsing. Yes, do you know why? Because there are some clients that will compromise, and also there are some engineers that will compromise. I mean to say, where you were supposed to use 5 bags of cement, you were supposed to probably buy a bag of cement before for 4,400 or 4,600, and now the bag of cement is now 5,500, and you were supposed to use 4 or 5 bags, and now you're now reducing the numbers of cement you're supposed to use. It will lead to more buildings collapsing. If you do not have a trusted hand on your site as an engineer or a project manager, it will lead to what? It will lead to building collapsing. Why? Maybe the engineer or the project manager was to charge you 5 naira for a job, and because of this issue of fuel scarcity and subsidy and whatever, you're not probably supposed to now charge 8 naira, and then the client will say, no, I cannot pay you 8 naira, I will pay you 4 naira, and the engineer knows that if you pay him 4 naira, he will not be able to execute that job. He may collect the money from you and then compromise in your materials. What will it then happen? It will also fall back to the building structure. I mean to say, when you are negotiating, be truthful as a client. Ensure that you're negotiating very well. Understand, ask questions, call people, ask questions. What will it take me to execute this particular project phase? If you have that result, then meet with your engineer or the project manager as the case may be. All right, this is what we want to do. Please compromise, and compromise rightly. Don't feel that, now so they do them before, more will do them like that. To be very honest, there are some people who will compromise to that extent, and they know that once they build the house and they are no longer there, anything happens, it falls back to you. I've had series of incidents on site. Just to wrap up this piece, I was called upon by a client. Victor, I want to do a 5-bedroom duplex, and I asked him, okay, do you have your building architectural plan? He said yes. I said, okay, please send it to me. Lo and behold, the man sent me a 3D design that he saw online, not his own design. And I said, no, sir, you have not done your design. Guess what? That man left abroad and came to Nigeria, and he knows he wants to erect his own structure. I expected him to have done the architectural design, but he was calling me that, Victor, let's just meet, we will just do a sketch and they will start, we have bought all the materials. I said, no, you cannot buy all the materials. I cannot do this job for you. It's not because I don't want your money. It is because I value my peace of mind. And I've been advising clients, but it boils down that a whole lot of clients just feel that you cannot bypass anything. Trust me, if you meet someone who do not have value for what he or she is doing, they will waste your money. And I told him, I'm very sorry, sir. I know that you want to pay me. I understand that. But I can't do the job because you do not have your architectural plan. At the end of the day, we will draw a sketch. You will now say, Victor, come on, this thing, this as how? Not be clothes. We're not sewing clothes. We're not making clothes. We want to build for you. I will go back by saying that if you want to compromise as a client, please ensure that you are fair enough in whatever you're doing. Don't forget, keep saying this, you're spending a whole lot. Think about the money you use in buying your bags of cement. Think about the money you use to buy your granite. Think about the money you use to buy the rods you're buying. Think about the money you use to buy the woods you're buying. Sum them up together, and then you realize the fact that It's what's doing the right thing on your site. I mean to say that I'm giving you this piece of advice, and please ensure you follow suit. Please don't forget that if you are to compromise on anything, do not compromise on the standard of the materials you're using on your site. That's number one. Number two, ensure you get a trusted hand to work for you on your site. I used to say this over time, that it's not about you having the materials on the site. It's about you having the right hand on the site to help you achieve your project scope. Now, your project scope happens to be your project deliverable. This is actually what we want to be executed on your site. Trust me, if you follow this piece of advice, your project will always be a success. Yes, as you can see, we're currently on site and we are laying the brick on this beautiful 4-bedroom bungalow right here in Benin City. All in suit is a beautiful project, and I used to say that there's a difference between a house and a home. Yeah, so a house is a house that maybe you just close from work and then you drive to your house. No, but a home is that beautiful apartment where if you're driving back from the office and you're going to the house, you are happy you're going home. Why? Because your house has a connection with you, and that's the services we're rendering. Thank you so very much. Don't forget that my name still remains Victor Olise, and I remain your loyal project manager. Thank you, and God bless you all.